This is the brand new GhostCat F3X, and today we're gonna review it.
Yeah, put the kickstand on that one. Oh shit.
This shit is awesome. How much did you pay for it?
I'm also gonna tell you about the new improved F3 version of the GhostCat. This is the F3X right here, but both bikes have been upgraded across the board. This is the most premium version right here. F3X is $2,499, while the standard F3 is $2,099 with free shipping. I do have a link and discount code down below this video if you do decide you wanna grab this one. It'll get you the best price on it. But let's do a little tour here. I'll show you the differences between the F3X, the new upgrades on the F3, and we'll take it out, see how it performs, and you can decide if it's the bike for you or not.
So let's get out here and try and rip it on some off-road trail. Oh gosh, we got the police rolling up on us, so check out the torque on this thing. This is a full twist throttle, you gotta be careful.
You want to follow me? Drive with me? Try mine. You want to try mine?
Sure.
I mean, it's quicker, that's for sure. What you can go? How fast? I usually... Oh, that's much lighter than mine.
The GhostCat F3X comes with the CST Scout Enduro tires instead of the knobby tread on the standard F3, as well as this headlight. Kind of reminds me of the Sur-Ron headlight. And it comes with this plate up front as well as a second option as well. But probably the highlight of the F3X is this Volcano D&M shock with 120 millimeters of travel. So if you thought that rear suspension was good, you can pair that up with this dual crown fork D&M shock, and it's got all the adjustments, including rebound, preload, and on the bottom of the right stanchion is where you adjust the air pressure to tune this thing to your specific weight and riding style. And it's an inverted fork with a super solid through axle, very similar to what we see on the Sur-Ron. Regardless of whether you go with the standard F3 or the F3X, you get the same rear shock. It's the D&M Burner RCP2S with a 550 pounds per inch spring. You get an adjustment for the rebound back here, as well as the compression up here. And now GhostCat is offering Tapia seats. This one says GhostCat on the back. It is a very wide, very luxurious feeling seat. Might be one of the best seats I've ever had on a moped style e-bike. Very long, so probably could get two people on this thing. I mean, two smaller people, which is why they still have the passenger pegs back here. So let's talk about some of the changes that are applied to both the F3 and the F3X. There's now a new twist throttle. We still get the full twist throttle. This one is just like a different style or brand. Feels pretty good to me. And they replaced the display. Check it out. It says GhostCat when we power it up there. So now we get a color display. Probably won't have any problems with this one. We'll see though. We get our power output, the voltage of the battery up here. And I've seen this display on a million bikes. This is a good one. You can tap through your options here. You get your maximum speed, average speed, time, trip, odometer, and then 5 levels of pedal assist as well. And it's still running the Zofo super torquey 1500 watt geared hub motor. This thing is pretty beast mode. Check it out. Some of you might notice another change back there too. So on throttle alone, it'll take us on up to 37. And we still have the electric motorcycle brake layout with the back brake being on the left. Check it out. Have you noticed the change yet? Have you noticed the change? They fixed the kickstand location, man. You can roll this thing back and the kickstand's not gonna block you anymore. Minor detail, but much appreciated. And it's still rolling on the same 52 volt battery. Check out the skin on that. I like it, but if you don't, they've got options. Check it out. Pick what you like and then slap them on there. Battery specs are super solid, 52 volt, 20 amp hour, 1040 watt hours of energy. Maximum current on this thing is 50 amps. And maybe you noticed it, maybe you didn't, but the controller box is no longer down here housed in the metal thing. It's been moved. It's right here under the seat. I feel like that gives it like a lot more clearance here. It's got an integrated light on rear, which functions as a brake light and also just like a normal light. If you grab the brake lever, it lights up brighter. Brakes remain the same. Beast mode 203 rotors with 4 piston hydraulic calipers. Same exact setup around back. And 7 gears on a Shimano cassette with an Altus derailleur and a derailleur guard. Get a guard on each side of the chainring to help keep that on there if you're off-roading. So let's sit on that thing and see how it feels. In case you forgot, I'm 6'5", inseam 34. I can tell the back sticks up a little higher than the front, so if you need more clearance, you can step more towards the front. Probably leaves a little room for the suspension to compress. Yes, sir. Suspension is just as plush and cushy as ever on the GhostCat, and this seat is feeling good, man. Wide, very soft, squishy seat. Man, if you thought this thing was luxurious riding before, it feels nice. Now, front suspension on the F3X with the D&M Volcano is adjustable, so you're gonna wanna tune this to your specific weight. The whole thing is set up pretty soft right now, probably for a lighter rider. This thing is like sitting on a cloud, man. So what you do is use a shock pump and get down there on the bottom of the left stanchion, add some air to it, get it dialed into your particular weight. Wait, did I say left stanchion? I meant to say right stanchion. All right, dudes, let's check out the GhostCat F3X for a little rip here today. And if you did decide to go for the bougie upgraded fork, you know, the F3X version, you might as well pop this off down here and just play with the air pressure in this thing. You got an air shock here, should be a pretty nice air shock, but you gotta dial it into your weight. Recommended pressure is 100 to 150 PSI. You need a special shock pump to do this. A normal air pump, it can't get the right pressure. So what you do here is just put that on there. And looks like out of the box here, this thing is set to like 80 PSI. So they say 100 to 150 in the manual. So let's put a little bit of air in there. I weigh about 200 pounds. So I'm gonna crank this up more towards the 150 PSI limit. But if you weigh less, you might wanna consider running it lower. It's, you know, something you can kind of change, dial it in over time. See, you know, just do it, figure it out how you like it. So then what you do on the shock pump, you twist this little knob here and that'll release the thing, whatever you call it. So now it's not gonna release all of the air pressure when I take this off, just like maybe 1 PSI there. Where'd my little red thing go, bro? Oh, it fell down under the mystery door here. So we'll see how that feels. And of course, we're gonna check our official range on the Strava app, see how we do on range. Oh my goodness, this thing is sitting on a cloud. Get the speedometer app there so we can check our top speed. And they include this little bag, just like they did on the original one. Works as a phone holder as well as a place to keep some goodies and a little rain protector. I do believe that is what that is. And your touch does work through this, so that's cool. Mine does anyway. I don't know about you. You'll have to try it on your own. And regardless of which version you get, they all have this upgraded display. Now it is color, says GhostCat when it turns on, and we'll see if it reads the speedometer. Oh my goodness. Speedometer accurately. It does show us our wattage. That's great. Hold on just a second. We didn't weigh this thing, did we? So we know it's got power, but power to weight ratio is always a big one. What is my weight with all my gear? 202.8, and I'm gonna pick the whole bike up with the battery and my cell phone. 288.4, 85.6 pounds. It's not always just about the power, but power to weight ratio for performance. Let's check out that upgraded headlight in here. So that is a darn bright headlight, and you got that rear light that stays on too. Yeah, dude, that light is freaking bright. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that is the same light that they have on the Sur-Ron Light Bee. I mean, yeah, one of the brightest lights I've seen on an e-bike. Looking pretty sharp, man. Let's go ahead and try it on the 20% grade, see how she does. Nothing has changed on the powertrain, so I mean, we already know it's gonna crush it. Yeah, it's got the shorty 20-inch wheels for more force to the ground. Let's do pedal assist 5, ready, go, full throttle. And it's showing 2,000 watts there, pulling about 11, 12 miles an hour. And we got more e-bikes out. Man, this thing's got torque. So we're gonna have to turn this light off out here so we can see the screen a little better. Yeah, when you press the headlight and hold it, it dims the display. Good for night riding, not good for day riding. And it's bright out here. Let's throw on the good old polarized lenses. Can you see it? Oh no, the polarized lenses filters out the screen, but oh well. You could always put a little piece of film on there, like the anti-polarized lens film thing. And let's feel this out. So we get a new twist throttle on this, regardless of whether you get the F3X or just the regular F3. New twist throttle. Pedal assist 0 gives you nothing. Pedal assist 1 gives you everything. So yeah, pedal assist 1, you have access to all the power, it appears, which is awesome. Now this is an electric bicycle. Oh gosh, we got the police rolling up on us. So we got pedals on this. Unlike a Sur-Ron or, you know, other kind of e-motos, you should be a little bit more better off here, not getting stopped by the law. And on pedal assist 7, now, okay, this bike, I think they raised the seat up a little bit, but this bike is not gonna be great for pedaling for a tall person like myself. You know, I'm 6'5", so yeah, I'm just gonna be throttling this thing today. But pedal assist 1 will take you, it's a cadence sensor, so you don't actually even have to put in any power. But pedal assist 1 takes you all the way up to about 16 there. It appears the speedometer is going to be correct. And going around that turn, man,
This bike it handles nicely. This one has, the F3X has the upgraded CST BFT 20-inch wheels on it, so, or tires I should say. So these are kind of like better for street riding than the knobbies. I'm curious how they're gonna do in the sand. Yeah, this thing is riding like a Suron, man, especially with that full twist throttle. All right, let's try pedal assist 2. So just kind of ghost pedaling here. It's giving me about 600 watts, and I pretty much just started this thing out on gear number 7. There is 7 gears on the cassette. Yeah, but gear number 2 gives you kind of like a fraction of the power, doing about 700-ish watts, 20 miles an hour, 21 miles an hour. Let's try pedal assist 3. Didn't notice too much of a difference there, just a little bit faster. 24 or so on pedal assist 3 in the headwind, about 800 watts. And yeah, going around this turn, man, this bike handles nicely, man. Like, the rake on that fork, I don't feel like pedaling this thing at all. It just feels like a little mini moto. Brakes are absolutely fantastic. 4-piston hydraulics, huge rotors. Yeah, look at the rake on that thing, dude. This bike is pretty dope. And I have it on pedal assist 4 now, but just remember your back brake is on the left on this, and these brakes are strong, so you don't want to lock up that front tire or the rear tire, but definitely not the front tire going around a turn. Into headwind here, pedal assist 4, the wind is blowing hard and we're touching about 25, but let's try the suspension off here in the landscaping area. Yeah, this thing just rides so nice, man. I have all the settings on about medium, rebound, compression, everything is just kind of like half dial, halfway strong, halfway medium. We're gonna pop on out here. Let's just throw this thing on pedal assist 5 now. We got somebody about to pull out in front of us there, but touching on low 30s already. It appears the speedometer is correct going into headwind here, showing 1800 watts. Yeah, in a very strong headwind here, doing 34. So we'll get it on a flat straight road with a bit of a tailwind here in a minute, see what kind of top speed we can hit. No problem cruising out here with traffic. Levers feel fantastic, man. They just feel like little mini motorcycle brakes more than bike brakes. One negative about this little holder here is it's just a position of the sun in the sky, I think, but it keeps glaring and blinding me. It is a very sunny day out here though. Some acoustic bikes out here. Let's see what we can do on 0 to 20. I gotta say, man, this seat is fantastic. Let's try 0 to 20 acceleration here. GPS is down here, it'll lag just a little bit. Ready, go. So kicks on 2 kilowatts, 10, 12, 15, 20. Yeah, very strong accelerating 52 volt electric bike. With the shorter 20-inch wheels, they always accelerate a little bit harder than tall wheels. This is just a very torquey feeling electric bicycle. Let's do that one more time here. Speedometer does read correct according to my GPS. So from a dig here, I weigh 200 pounds, ready, go. 2 kilowatts. 20. So it pulls hard, man. Definitely one of the faster, more torquey feeling e-bikes on the market, especially for the price, man. If you don't get the premium version of this, it's only like, well, I say only, it is $2 grand or $2,500 for the F3X. And I do have a $100 discount code linked down below the video in the description box. Help save you a little bit of money on this bike if you're gonna grab one. Also would help support my reviews, and I greatly appreciate y'all's support if these reviews, help you make a buying decision on what bike you want. Still got the sign up here. Civilized people are so strange. They all have watches. None of them have any time. I'm happy I don't have a watch. I am noticing there's a little bit of rattle on that rear kickstand. So if you hear a little rattle, it's just the kickstand kind of moving around a little bit. All good. And we're gonna whip this thing around, see what we can do on top speed. 10, 20, 30. Still pulling strong, 33. Stay put, Prius, 35. And gets up to 35 pretty quickly, and pretty much is just holding us here. Maybe 36. And the motor, a little tuck there, 36. So right around 36. Yeah, this thing just feels very torque focused. Like it just pulls you straight up to like 36, and then like it feels like the motor has kind of just like reached as high as it can go. Pulse 35, 36, no problem. We're about to overtake the 6 Series BMW here. Better slow it down, whip it around. Let's go see what it can do on the California incline and out on the sand. So I know some of you may be cross-shopping this and, maybe another moped style e-bike with a direct drive motor. Understand, this is a geared hub motor. It's gonna give you like more of a feeling of torque, kind of like more feeling more like peppy off the line, but maybe not necessarily as high of a top speed, but should be more efficient for like stop and go riding. That is on a geared hub motor like on the GhostCat. Yeah, this thing just launches pretty quick. Usually there's so many e-bikes out here, but I feel like I'm the only one with an e-bike in this entire pack. Check out the torque on this thing. So let's go whip around here a little bit, then we'll take it out on the sand. This does not have the right tires for sand riding. This is the CST BFTs. These are better for, you know, riding on the streets. Doesn't mean we won't give it a try out there. I know it's got a lot of torque, but maybe not enough grip. Ooh, some dog doo-doo there. Would not want to hit the dog doo-doo on this as there are no fenders on it, but I like the look with no fenders personally. Looks like somebody has a Costco shopping cart out here. Is that person even alive back there, man? We're gonna go back and check later. We should let that guy try this thing. Super 73. And before we try it on the flat sand, let's go ahead and just see what happens if we run it up this hill. Full throttle. Oh yeah, it actually did it. All right, yeah, this motor has a lot of torque. Just not really the ideal tires for riding in the sand. And I have the suspension settings on kind of like, you know, half and half on both. You know, rebound and compression is like halfway. Felt good there off-road. I'm not gonna ride this thing downstairs, but I feel like since I moved that controller box, it might have a little bit more clearance. I don't know. I feel like it's got a little more clearance on there. Probably not a stair riding kind of bike, but hey, if you want to get crazy, you do you, bro. Yo, the one downside of this thing is riding in the middle of the day with the sun directly overhead. Like, it caused my phone to overheat, collecting all that heat on there. Got some police right here. Good thing we got the pedals on here. They're probably not even gonna say anything. So let's get out here and try and rip it on some off-road trail just a little bit. That rear suspension shock is set up pretty soft, 550 pounds per inch. So if you're heavier, you could definitely like bottom it out. But it makes for a pretty plush ride until you start really stressing it out with 200 pounds on the rear. Dude, the tire's like straight up peeling out. Did you hear that tire skid? But the real highlight of the F3X is the D&M front shock. So you have that real nice dual crown fork up front that you can adjust the air, just kind of tune it in to how you like it. And then you got the compression and rebound adjustments and the preloads. Makes for a very pleasant riding, fast electric bike. So let's go see how this thing can actually do riding on the sand. As mentioned, these CST BF, what is these birds doing here, bro? These tires are really not like ideal for putting down the traction, but the shorter 20-inch tires, they definitely help get the power down or help you get more torque. But I can feel like these tires are just not really gripping in. I should drop the PSI on them a little bit so we can get a little bit more traction, but it is putting out 2 kilowatts right now. So if you want to do sand riding, go for the knobby tread tires. Yeah, 1700 watts of power. Once we're on the flat sand, oh yeah, these tires just like they're not ideal for getting traction in the sand. Let's see if we can actually get back over here. Pulling 15 miles an hour, 1700 watts. 1700 watts. I'm not gonna burn the motor up doing this. And looks like we got some more police coming through here, but we got the pedals. See you later, bro. And as I'm riding here, I am noticing I like the new grips. Like, they have like a rubber feel to them. It's definitely an improvement over the last GhostCat F2.2. So let's go see how I can do on the California incline. 12% grade, 85 feet tall, pretty torquey feeling bike. Wonder if I can hit top speed. So on the spot, oh my goodness, yeah, we're gonna have to let off there. It's pulling about 1700 watts. I had to let off again. Oh my goodness, dude, about lost traction going around that corner. That's crazy, man. I felt the rear tires slip going around that turn. Very torquey feeling bike. We probably, yeah, these tires are a little slippery on the sand. Oh yeah, popping a bit of a wheelie there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. So from the base of the California incline, full throttle, 1800 watts, 15 miles an hour, 18, 19, 20, pulling pretty darn hard, 23, 25, 25.6, 26 miles an hour, and yeah, just over 26 miles an hour. Solid. So we do have some strong brakes on this. I don't think it's in my best interest to pull these as hard as I can. They are 4-piston hydraulic brakes on big old 203mm rotors. These could send us over the handlebars pretty easily, I feel. So going down the California incline, we're gonna let off. So the hydraulic brakes, you know, they got that smooth linear feel, and these things just bite very nicely. Very nice feeling brakes, man. These brakes have got to be in about the top 10% for sure of all e-bikes I've yeah. Oh my goodness. And these tires, they just stick on the concrete really well, but if you get a little bit of sand between the concrete and the tire, that's when you might have a problem. So let's give them a little pull here from about 20 miles an hour. Back brake is on the left, do not forget that. I'm just scared I'm gonna send myself over the handlebars. Easily locked up the rear one. Let's see if we can lock up the front one just a little bit here. Oh yeah. Yeah, just be careful with these brakes, dude. Oh, you got a lot of stopping power on tap. So it looks like we're chilling at about 51.2 volts right now after about 11 miles or so of riding. We're gonna head on home, see what the final range is, but I'll share my final thoughts along the way. So basically they just took the GhostCat and made it better with the F3 and the F3X version. Love the seat on this thing, love the new grips. The D&M dual crown fork on front is great. Pretty much the way I see it is if you're a lighter rider looking for something like a Sur-Ron, but you got pedals, so you're not gonna get it impounded and get in all kind of trouble, this is a great option at either the $2,000 or $2,500 price point, depending on if you want the F3X or the F3. And don't forget, I do have that $100 coupon code down below the video, so if you want to help support the channel and get the best prices, click on that link and then use my code at checkout. It'll give you the best price and also help support my reviews. Of course, I greatly appreciate your support. So to talk about the pros of this bike, I'd have to say power to price ratio. You're getting, you know, pretty fast, torquey, powerful bike at a reasonable price, and I think it's really great for a smaller rider, especially like a shorter and lighter rider. Now if you're 6'5" and 200 pounds, the suspension is probably going to be a little bit soft for you, and you're really going to be a little bit scrunched on there. You're not going to be able to like ride this thing to get exercise, but for a shorter rider, yeah, I'd say this is a great option for you. Other downside is, well, we have all that power and it's a 52 volt 20 amp hour battery pack. So if you're looking to, you know, just absolutely cook it and get some insane range, you might end up burning through your battery kind of fast since you just have so much power on tap. And you know, the battery's not small, but you basically have about 1,000 watt hours of energy, and this thing can run like 2 kilowatts of power peak. So I mean, do the math there, you could run out of battery in under an hour if you're flooring it the whole time. Anyway, let's head on home, check the final range. It's like 35. You want to try it, man?
You let me?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, put the kickstand on that one. Oh shit, yeah, you gotta be a little careful with this one. This one's
That's crazy.
how tall are you?
5'6".
So it's on, yeah, max power system. This one's full twist throttle, so you gotta be careful. This one's like like quite a bit more powerful in that little Hemiway.
This shit is awesome, bro. This shit is awesome. How much did you pay for it?
They sell that one for 25, but you can actually get the same powertrain for $2 grand.
You feel yourself go down every time you, bro, that is insane. If I could, I would, bro, I paid 50 for an hour. I would pay a lot more for that. I appreciate it, man.
So bro said that he likes this better than the Hemiway, and he would definitely pay more money to ride this. I could understand that Hemiway is pretty mellow. Maybe we can cruise around, see if we can find somebody else to give this thing a try. Yeah, watch your bike. This is a full twist throttle. You got to be careful.
You want to follow me? Drive with me? Try mine. You want to try mine?
Sure. He's going. I don't know how to adjust anything on here. Oh, these brakes are nice on this bike too. I can't keep up on this Super 73.
This is heavier, don't you feel it? You feel it?
Yeah, this one feels heavier for sure, yeah.
But it's, I mean, it's quicker, that's for sure. What you can go, how fast?
35.
Oh, this is 31.
31? Yeah, it's not
No,
bad.
but I have to do that to go 31.
Oh, for real? The suspension on this one feels quite a bit more firm, I would say.
Yeah, but I have to change the shock.
Oh, okay.
Just because...
Matt, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Ziggy.
How much did you pay for? But it's so easy to lift. This one I put in my car. I usually... Oh, that's much lighter than mine. Cost me 36. I'm sure now it's much more.
36.
36. Now I want another battery to put it here. I
Yeah.
want $1,000 for the battery. So
Jeez.
stupid. You know why? Because they can.
It sounds like he paid considerably more for that. The Super 73. Nothing to see here, nothing to see here, police. You want to trade? You want to trade? All right.
Too hot today. I'll be safe, bro.
You too. Ah, he doesn't want to experience the GhostCat. So the one downside is if you run it this hard, you're probably gonna end up burning through that battery kind of quick. We are getting down there, but it'll still hit 33, and we get out here and whip with traffic just a little bit, and just rolling up on exactly 20 miles an hour and 32 minutes ride time, almost 13 miles per hour on the average speed, definitely a little bit faster than usual. And we are showing 48.6 volts remaining on the battery, so under nominal, 52 volts. Looks like, you know, probably about 30%-ish left on the battery. And that was me riding at 200 pounds using throttle only, whipping this thing pretty good, pretty liberal use on that throttle, and passing it off to a couple people to try. Oh, well, it's Tesla Cybertruck here. So for the money, 2,500 bucks and a $100 discount coupon down below this video, linked in the description box. Not a bad bike at all. Pretty powerful, pretty fast, and you don't have to go for the premium F3X. You could just do the F3 for $2 grand. 100 bucks off that with my coupon and link below this video. Pretty solid moped style electric bike. So if you want to grab one, use that link down below. However, if this is not the kind of electric bike you're looking for, watch this video right here, because YouTube is recommending it and they know what you like to watch. So watch it. Catch you over there.